Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine, and there ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. Yeah, that means I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine, and there ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. That means I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. Slow the stars, what they calling now? I don't know what they talking about. Scoop saying back in Rio, went 3-0, he immortal now. Look at him, I see a lot of eye. A little sluggish getting off the line. As soon as I hit my big strides, yo, wish I got disqualified. Why? Cause I've been in my bag. Collecting the AU, I'm afraid you just competing for ad. When I rap, it's a chemistry lab. Look.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
I am Jasmine West. I'm a sophomore criminal justice major here at Grambling State University. I am from Dallas, Texas. I graduated from Duncanville in 2023. And I'm glad y'all here this morning.
Hey y'all. I am Kistiana Lashy, a senior biology major coming to you from Alexandria, Louisiana.
And I know y'all from Dallas. Where y'all coming from though? Oak Cliff. I live in Oak Cliff, but I went to school in Duncanville. Lord. Okay. We're gonna start our tour. I guess we're gonna start it right here. So where we're about to pass by right now is our administrative circle. This is where all our business buildings are. So for the most part, anything business related, it'll be located on that side, on this side of the building. So the building closest to us is Grambling Hall. So Grambling Hall is home to our admissions office, our housing office, and our student affairs office as well. And then our only community style dorm is located in that circle as well. It's called Jewett Hall. If y'all ever seen A Different World, that's the dorm. The dorm is modeled straight like the dorms out of A Different World. That long building that was in that circle, that's called Long Jones Hall, is home to our provost, vice president, and our president's offices, as well as our student accounts and our cashier's window. Also in that circle is Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Museum. Eddie G. Robinson was the winningest coach in HBCU college football. He had over 400 career wins, and he sent over 100 players to the NFL. Also in that circle is Lee Hall. Lee Hall is home to our financial aid office. That is where the money resides. The scholarship office is also in there as well, and that's where you'll pick up your Tiger One card. So the building that we're about to pass on my left, no, this is my right. On my right, your left, is Carver Hall and Carver Annex. Carver Hall is home to all STEM majors, so our computer science majors, biology majors, mathematics majors, anything science related, it will be located in that building. Any science classes period will be in that building. That is the coldest building on campus. They do advise that you bring a jacket, and that's the only building that has a base with classes in it.
Also, we also have like biology clubs and things of that nature as well.
And then if y'all just look straight ahead down the street, I don't know if y'all can see that playground right there. That's our Washington Johnson Complex. Washington Johnson Complex is home to our mass communications majors and also our child development majors as well. And they have a daycare here on campus for those of our students who are FAFSA approved, and they offer free daycare services for children 1 to 3 years old. And then right next to it is Woodson Hall. Woodson Hall is home to our psychology and our sociology majors here at Grambling State University. Also, that's where you will take all your language classes. So English, Spanish, French, all that will be taken in there. If y'all look down deep in that cut, that is our president's house. Our president does not currently reside on campus, but he doesn't stay on campus, but that is home to our alumni association. Right here is Charles P. Adams. Charles P. Adams founded Grambling State University November 1st, 1901. That is home to our education majors, our social work majors, and also our Earl Lester Coles Honors College. In order to get into Earl Lester Coles Honors College as a freshman, you must have a 23 on your ACT and a 3.0 GPA. Every year after that, you have to maintain a 3.5 GPA. And every year that you complete a seminar, you get a new incentive. So your first year coming in, you get a lapel pin. The year after that, you'll get a cardigan. And then the year after that, you'll get a letterman. this building directly next to it is Jacob C. Stewart. Jacob C. Stewart is home to our business department. It's a lot of resources in there. So they do have something called the Career Resource Center. So they help you make resumes, cover letters. Also, it's a lady in there. She sponsors something called the Career Resource Closet. It is sponsored by Coach. So all the clothes in there are Coach items. You just have to make an appointment with her and let her know what you need it for, and she'll get you set up with a nice outfit. It's also many computer labs and printers there for free. And that building stays open a little later than some of the buildings here on campus, so people can use the resources inside of it. If y'all look across the street that way, that big pretty building right there, that is our digital library. So our digital library just opened this August. It has a limited amount of paperback books, and then the rest of the books is over 3,000 digital books on the computers. So it's a lot of computers in there, a lot of laptops that you can check out, things of that nature. We have the study rooms and everything. If y'all look on this side, this is our Gremlin police station. So we do have 24-hour police presence and surveillance here on campus. There is a holding cell in the back of our police station, so don't do nothing illegal. They will come get you. That's also where you pick up your parking decal. It is $20 for both semesters. So that's like some of the cheapest parking that you'll get. Freshmen can bring their cars on campus. But yeah, that's our police station. This building right here behind this court, that's Betty E. Smith. Betty E. Smith is home to our nursing department. We have had 100% passing on our NCLEX exam for the last 3 years. It is a very competitive program. They only take about 20 students per cohort.
So this building here is the Performance Arts Center, home to the world famous Turkey Marching Band, which I was a member of. Our Orchesis Dance Company, and also our Theater and Visual Arts and Performance Center. Eddie Robinson Stadium.
And then once you become a student here at Grambling State University, you don't have to pay for any of the games. So the way we get into the games is by student ID. So as long as you keep up with your student ID, you get into basketball, football, soccer, baseball, whatever game. It's free. The only thing you gotta pay for is if you want to go to the concession stand. But this is Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium. And then
fun fact about the stadium used to be a catfish pond. Sorry. That's why it's so low in the ground.
yeah, and rumor has it they just moved it across the street somewhere. But that's the whole. Yeah, it's real deep.
It's a pump station right there. It look like a pump station. Yeah.
And like during game days, you see where this slope is. Alumni, they'll line up along this sidewalk, and they'll either sit right here, or some people they'll sit on this slope. And then where we're pulling up to is our Frederick C. Hobdy Assembly Center. So our Assembly Center is that's where our boys and our men's and our women's basketball teams play at. And then also we host various events in there. So all of our homecoming concerts, Spring Fest concerts, things of that nature, all of those are hosted in our Assembly Center. And then I don't know if y'all have ever come for a high school day or anything, but this is where the big pep rally is held as well.
So what advantages do you see for going to an HBCU?
So the advantages of going to HBCU is you get to learn with people that look just like you. So it's not like you're coming to a school and you have to compete to be better than everybody. You're surrounded by greatness at every corner you turn with people that look just like you. So it's not like you come in, you're an outcast. Everybody is basically on the same playing field. It's not like you competed with nobody for popularity. You are who you are, be you unapologetically, and you'll do great. And then the good thing about our dorms is free washing. So you just pay with washing within your tuition. It's a $50 charge, and you just go in there and you wash as much as you want. You don't have to bring no quarters. You don't have to have a wash card. It's a washroom in every building, and you just wash as much as you need to.
Don't bring it up to mom.
Yes. So Phyllis Wheatley is right here. This is a double occupancy co-ed dorm. The building on the front end is Frederick Douglass, so that's all girls, double occupancy. Back in the back is Bowen. So that's our all girls apartment style. So the only co-ed apartment style dorm is City Holland, which is down back that way. Yes, ma'am.
Do y'all have a tennis court?
No, yes, we do. So back, I don't know if you've seen it when we passed by, but it was a basketball court. It's over by that way. So we do have a tennis team as well.
You play tennis,
And then this building, so this is the backside of the intramural center. So again, where those, I don't know if y'all can see those windows where it's kind of fogged up. That's where the pool is. And then this building right here, this is our old athletic facility. So rumor has it, Eddie G. Robinson's old playbook is there. So they don't want to touch his office. And they have, they say they might move the museum over there. But it is property of the state of Louisiana, so they have to get all the permits and stuff from the state, and they have to get approval from the state before they can touch it. And then this building right here that we're coming up the side of, this is our men's memorial gymnasium. So it's home to our cheerleading team actually. So they won an NCAA championship a couple years ago. And this is also home to our track offices, men's and women's track team. Also, they host a lot of events in here, so they just hosted a silent headphone party in here last week. Yes, it was. It was actually like a line dance thing. So it was boots. It was a lot. Yeah. So they had on their Western outfits, and they had a silent headphone line dance party.
Actually, if I've been on a cruise and been
I love silent headphones.
And then right here, this is our T.H. Harris Auditorium. So T.H. Harris is home to a lot of events. That's where coronation is hosted. Also our calendar girl pageant, black and gold pageant, purple and gold pageant, any pageant you can think of is hosted in there. They also host fashion shows and things of that nature, probates, all that. All that is hosted in there. The good thing about your freshman year, you get to go to a ceremony called Rites of Passage. So Rites of Passage is basically your introduction to Grambling. So you get a welcome from the president, the vice president, the SGA president. A lot of people just come by, they stop, they drop nuggets of wisdom, and you get your official Grambling State pin once you come in. And then right here, what they're building is a student success center. So basically, they're gonna move all those buildings over there into this one building. It's gonna be set up kind of like a student union, so there'll be computer labs and things of that nature in it. And then it'll be like tutoring services. So over there where Brown Hall is, basically all those offices will be moved over here. So freshman advisement, tutoring services, things of that nature, all that'll be in that building once they get done with it. It's not really an estimated date. They say give it about 4 years.
All right, day one of our Black History tour. We are at Grambling State University. We are headed to the food hall right now to eat lunch on campus. We loaded up the bus this morning about 6:30, and Grambling State University is our first stop. See the AKAs right there. And it's a beautiful day. Nice and breezy, 60, 70 degrees. Perfect time to learn some HBCU history. So I'm excited. I'm out here. The crew is out here. So come tour, learn Black history with us on spring break. This is the Grambling State University food hall. This is where we get to have our lunch today. It's been so long since I've been in a college cafeteria.
Professor
The youth.
raised a study guide for Kendrick Marshall Book.
Alright, let's eat. Alright, this is our first stop on day 2 of our tour. We are at the I Am a Man Plaza. Martin Luther King led his last march before he was assassinated.
was proposed to have this settled before Dr. King's assassination. A local businessman here made this proposal to settle the strike. But our mayor and city council refused to accept that offer.
So it all could have been avoided.
Yes. So you need to understand that the sanitation workers, the black men, were the trash collectors. They were not allowed to drive the trucks. Only white men drove the trucks.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So they were the trash collectors. And when the two men who were killed in the back of the garbage truck, when they went to work, you see, there's a big building where all the trucks are lined up. And they were not allowed to go in that building because they were black. So it's a terrible rainstorm. And they're out in the rain. And they're seeking shelter. That's why they went and got in the back of the garbage truck to, just get some shelter. And that's how they lost their lives right there. Spot. Okay, we're going to start walking.
Yeah, I guess that would be so much.
My Man Plaza, downtown Memphis.
She was the executive director of the NAACP at that time. The picture in the center is Dr. James Lawson. I don't know if you've heard that name before, but he is a person that was president to the Civil Rights Nonviolent Movement. He is known as the architect of the nonviolent movement. His activism basically began in Nashville, which is more about all these cities, Nashville,
Thousands of union workers for the city. All their names are posted here. You kind of see this kind of thing happening, and with a lot of the civil rights movements, all of a sudden it gets violent. And then, of course, who do they blame? They blame the protesters. They blame the people who are peacefully protesting on the violence. And then, of course, they call in the National Guard, the Army, the police, because it's violent, right? All these men were sick and tired of being sick and tired. Two students arrested. Because what? When one fight, we all fight. What I'm in school for? More than 10,000. You see the numbers? You see the numbers? Wow. And then here comes Martin Luther King. He came to be involved in planning for the Poor People's Campaign. But once he got here, he couldn't say no to speaking on behalf of the sanitation workers.
They could avoid this.
All right, right now we are headed to the home of W.C. Handy, the originator of the Memphis blues. I thought it was B.B. King. I lied. I didn't know. But I'm about to find out. Major. Father of the blues. This is where he wrote the Beale Street Blues. We out here. Beautiful day. We here. Dr. Martin Luther King Reflection Park. How you feeling today, Dr. Wade?
Amazing.
Amazing. This is amazing. The mountaintop. They climbing. They climbing. Dr. Withers, famous photographer. Look at him. Come on now. Look at Meg. That is a nice waterfall. Get some good pics. Come on, Mr. Withers, Dr. Withers. Some good pics. And she said the funeral home, earlier she said the funeral home that buried him, the man that owned the funeral home, met Martin Luther King the day he died, that morning. And he was killed around 6 p.m. that night, taken to that same funeral home to be prepared and viewed. Imagine meeting a great leader and that same night you preparing his body. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? I have decided to love. I have a dream. I've been to the mountaintop. You better. You better. Alright, we're gonna see what's going on over here. We're going to the motel later, so I'm wondering if that was his room at the motel. Cutest little park, y'all. So cute. Oh Lord. He done made it an amusement park.
Somebody climb all the way to the
He
top.
made it an amusement park. He done slid down and everything. Yes. Alright. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go to the mountaintop. Shout out to Dr. Withers. Oh, it's pictures on the outside too. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, Dr. Wade, get all the footage. Now that's chilling in the scene with the gangster lane right there. Alright, now I'm headed to the mountaintop. Now this was built in his honor because in his last speech here in Memphis, he said he had reached the mountaintop. And this, my friends, is the mountaintop. I have been to the mountaintop.
Yeah, I got it. No. Hey, wait. Don't we have to do this? Yeah.
Come on, to the top. Almost to the promised land. Almost.
That's so fun.
It's okay. Dr. Wade, where you at? You ain't making it to the promised land. The knees.
Maybe this was small.
The knee.
Right,
Oh.
that sounds like
Whoop. She did that.
The city jail, Brenda 17, Ruth Elaine
So our
16,
tour guide is a civil
and
rights
Joan 14
activist.
to juvenile court.
Her name is Ruth Elaine.
1965,
See her
Ruth
name
Elaine
here on
and
this
Joan, along with younger
We
sisters
have her right
Peggy
here.
Jane 16 and Susan 12 were arrested while picketing against job discrimination.
Wow.
Wow.
Guys, listen, hey,
Thank you.
She was getting ready to answer, but the light changed. What did you ask the question?
Yeah, it was me.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, the answer is absolutely.
Actually, the question was, how did it feel
How
to
did
be
you
arrested?
feel when you got arrested? How did you feel when all this happened?
Of course, it was an exciting time. Anytime we came down to City Inn and whatever places, there was a possibility that we would be arrested. So it didn't matter. So when I was arrested in August of that year, I had sat in probably 20, 30 times before that at different places. So that just happens to be the time we were arrested, and yeah, it was exciting.
I have a question.
So I was ready to do it again. Yeah, we did not get attacked in any way when we sat in. Well, I didn't, and the ones that were with me, we did not. Oh yeah, I was in cell.
Guys.
I got a question. Were your parents afraid?
Hold on one
that you get
second. This. Oh, you want me to read it all? Okay. The sisters were involved in the national protest. Joan participated in the 1963 March on Washington. Ruthie Lane in Selma in 1965.
I was not there on Bloody Sunday. Okay. Because you know, Dr. King wasn't there on Bloody Sunday. John Lewis, Jose, and Williams were the ones that led that march from Brown Chapel on that day. And then Dr. King called for people to come from all over the country to march on into Montgomery. So we went down from Lemoyne College and joined the march and went into Montgomery, Alabama.
Oh, I got it. I hope I don't make you blush, but I got it. And in 1966, 5 of the sisters, along with brothers Wesley, Lewis, Clifford, and Mark, joined the Meredith March against fear. You may have to explain what that was. In 1965, NAACP Executive Director Roy Wilkins presented the Lee family an award of recognition. Memphis is a better place because the League stood up by sitting down in the major cities.
Thank you.
And now she's giving us a tour.
Yay.
So how
I'm
were
sorry.
your parents?
Our parents were supportive. I remember when we went to juvenile court, you know, the judge told my mother, now you must not let these girls do this again. And my mother was a good Christian lady. I'm not going to tell a lie. She told the judge, I'll talk to them. That was her answer. That was her answer.
Yeah, period.
Absolutely.
And mind your business over there. And don't be telling me how to
A lot
raise
of
my
people
kids.
ask me if I wanted my
Sorry, my
record
nerves.
expunged. The answer is no.
Amen.
I have the records, and then we'll keep the records and pass it on to my children of my arrest. But that's something that I'm proud of. It's a badge of honor. I mean, if I look back now and say I didn't get involved, I don't know what I would think of myself. You know?
Can I get just our kids, just the younger kids around you?
Yes,
Right there.
yes. Miss Ruthie Lane, y'all.
Do y'all mind taking this picture?
Miss Ruthie Lane.
I know y'all.
And I know I'm young.
Nobody turn me around. Keep on walking. Keep on talking. Watching up the freedom man. Yes.
I'm gonna let no stereo carry me around. I'm gonna let no
Turn me around.
keep on talking.
Yes.
Watching up the freedom man. I'm gonna let no turn me around.
Memphis. We just left from eating at the student center. Nice little chicken sandwich with fries. And we have our student tour guide here leading the youth, showing us some stuff. Let me catch up. But this is our troop.
I was in the bookstore, so yeah, I just.
Oh man, I don't know how much trouble she got.
Let's see, President. Okay.
No, the Memphis massacre was where the Memphis massacre is where multiple white women and men burned down. U of M was HBCU at first, so U of M, this college, Rose College, all the colleges that were HBCUs at the time, and they took over most of the colleges and made them PWI. So that's why U of M is PWI, Rose is PWI. So that's why the Mormons are the only HBCU in Memphis, Tennessee now.
Wow.
This is one of the worst massacres in American history.
Wow.
What's the massacre?
Memphis massacre.
They say 80,000, but definitely hundreds. You know the exact. I know it's
Hundreds of thousands. There's no estimated number.
Wow.
They go
It's
through
not
all.
a Memphis, what, massacre?
Yeah, I think it's in the 1860s, wasn't it?
1862.
Okay. Yeah.
But they start.
My bad, 1866 is when this happened.
Right.
1862 is when the groundwork for the school started happening.
So it looks like the Union Army came down here, set up camp here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so Ms. Humphrey is going to start teaching here. She's probably one of those abolitionists. She's a nurse from Iowa.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
This school was founded in 1862. Doesn't it look like it? Now, who are these people? President in 1929. Wow. Those are presidents. Pretty cool building.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Getting disconnected from the rest of the tour.
I'm going fast.
those students. And now it makes sense why her and Stokely Carmichael was cool because Snake, Stokely Carmichael.
The back end is on the steps.
Alright, we have made it to the last stop of today's day 2's Black History Tour. We are at the Lorraine Motel. Y'all, do you know he was originally at the Holiday Inn and they made him move from the Holiday Inn to the Black Hotel and then broadcasted it on the radio station where he was at and his room number. I did not know that. So they basically killed him. Imagine a famous person coming to town and a bunch of people know where he's staying and his room number. Let's be for real. Very beautiful day. Wow. To know that he was pushed over here and set up is crazy. A sniper.
Hey, if y'all look at the photo right here.
Uh-huh.
They're pointing from the balcony right there. And if you follow, I think it's probably about in the middle of that building right there.
Yep,
Okay,
right
see the
over
white
there.
frame?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I think that's what it is.
Right there.
Okay. Kind of.
Them white balls.
Where the ops was at.
Like, yeah. Yeah, if you move over behind this styrofoam thing here, you'll see a long window and short windows there.
Here on April 4th.
Yeah. He must have been in 307 then, hanging out.
Sit on the balcony from
Have you guys looked at the Corntail Park?
No, but we were a section.
What section?
No, it's just a section in our. Because that's what I'm thinking. Look at this right here. That ain't a Batmobile. I'm telling you, right?
I love old cars.
Batmobile.
I think there were reproductions of the car.
Yeah. They say they represent the
Wow.
replicas.
You see the windows. Oh, you go ahead. I'm filming. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I got you. This is amazing. Wow.
Important to civil liberties and civil rights today will all be discussed in that next building. So we hope you'll come back and see us. Yes, ma'am. Yes, it was the boarding house, and that's the boarding house that James Earl Ray stayed in. So it's the boarding house from which the alleged shot that killed Dr. King was fired. There will be some content in that museum on the assassination, but what will be interesting is that the way it was presented in the building before, because we've had that building since 2002, and it had exhibits in it, but now we want it to be modernized. The way it was presented before, it sort of made it look like we really believed James Earl Ray was definitely the one who did it. It's going to be presented differently this time around to make it show we don't know exactly what happened, right? We don't know exactly whether James Earl Ray was the shooter, whether he was a single shooter and worked alone, or whether he was working with others, or whether there was a second shooter out there. What we do know is what Ralph Abernathy said when he said, "I'm not as concerned with who killed Dr. King as what killed Dr. King," and that what has to do with fear of equality, fear of change, fear of progress. And we know that what still exists today. And that's what we're still combating as each of us goes out in the world and tries to do what this wall says and be the change that we want to see in the world, right? And create a more equitable environment for us all. Dr. King said in his letter from a Birmingham jail, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice
Everywhere."
And the great Fannie Lou Hamer, who was a sharecropper from Mississippi, said something similar when she said, "No one is free until
All free.
So maybe that's what this sculpture is about. And that is certainly what this museum is about, is everybody climbing together, lifting each other up to get to freedom. All right? I'm going to take y'all through to Culture of Resistance to get started. Follow me.
Yes, that's our tour guide right
You
there.
can take as many photos as you like,
She
okay?
knows her stuff. All right, this is the exhibit in the Lorraine Motel. That's where God told us it used to be a pool right in the front. This was Martin Luther King's room.
Is this his room or is this the room?
This is his room right now.
She said this room.
Who?
Or maybe I'm wrong. He's right. He's
She was well, he was in both rooms. If room 306, this room 307, this room 306. He was mostly in 306.
Now
Dr. King never uttered a word after being shot. He was taken into St. Joseph Hospital.
He looked at too. Right. It says please do not sit or lean.
Oh, damn, I ain't.
What is that?
Wow.
Record all this stuff. Record this whole.
This is the last night of the HBCU Black History Tour with the ASALH group and the winners of the Heritage Bowl. These are youth from Townview. All right, just debriefing from our day. It's nighttime. We're here in Memphis. And this is their teacher. She teaches African American Studies at Townview.
Thank you. So I owe you a thank you, guys. You have been so on point. You've been where you're supposed to be, with the exception of, we'll talk about that in a minute. But you've been on the bus when you need to be on the bus. You've been respectful.
Amen.
Everyone, you have been on point. So I'm not surprised, right? That's what we do. But I just want to tell you thank you.
As an educator,
He got off of the room. I watched him get off. He's right there.
Go ahead.
as educators, y'all are amazing. I come from Oakland, y'all get that. Y'all have shown that you are more than just what they say and portray you as. Okay? Believe in yourself. You are our future. We're going to depend on y'all eventually. Y'all gonna be the ones who's gonna be creating the machines and stuff to get us going, all that stuff. Y'all are the generation. Y'all are us, and we were y'all. So, y'all cool. I like y'all. Y'all just
Thank you.
Y'all funny. Zion must be doing a lot.
There he is.
So, guys, thank y'all. You were on time to the bus to start off, and so thank y'all. Thank your parents for me, please, for doing that. Like I said, you've been respectful. Thank you. Ronna's gonna handle the thank you on the bus tomorrow on mic, okay?
On mic?
On mic, yes, ma'am. So that everybody can hear, okay? So I just want to say, okay, so there's a few things I want to test. So 5 being the highest, so give me hands. On a scale of 1 to 5, where were you on enjoyability of, let's just say today, the history moments, today's history tours, scale of 1 to 5. Is that a 4? It's 5. And we're talking just enjoyability, not even what you learned. You got a 3. You want to talk?
Yeah, I was with you.
No? Okay, well,
I mean, I can.
You ain't my child, so you don't even have to vote. I can't make you. If you want to, okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, part of it is because I was sleep deprived. So I was falling asleep, like, while the lady was on the bus giving, okay, first of all, I go to sleep during rides anyway. She was, and then, I'm not trying to be funny, but like, when older people talk, they talk in a way that makes me fall asleep. So it was like, I didn't grasp everything that I wanted to grasp because I was tired and falling asleep.
Right.
And then also, I had a real bad headache.
So maybe putting all of those back to back was tough, right? It was tough. I think you handled it well. I think you guys were engaged. That is a lot. That was a lot for you. It was a lot for us, but it was a lot for you, and I didn't see a lot of rolling out. I didn't see you rolling. I can hear a little bit, but not a lot. On a scale of 1 to 5, what did you, as far as learning something, where are you today?
Speak on it.
Taking something back with you. You vote for what you do. Okay, all right. What you learned? Give me something you learned, and I want everybody to share.
More about the Black Panther movement. Thanks to what's your name again? I never Miss Ashley. We were talking about that on the way back from the family Turkey.
Okay.
But I saw it earlier in the museum, so I connected better with it, and then we talked about it.
Come on, Black Panthers.
I think the I Am a Man movement, the whole thing about sanitation workers, because I know my mom was talking about how Martin Luther King, how his the monument march, that wasn't just like about civil rights, but also for sanitation workers. So like learning more about like why, what happened. That was cool.
It actually had nothing to do, not to be weird, but it didn't have much to do with like the things that we saw. It was more so what was actually when we talked a little in the Civil Rights Museum, and I really learned like another perspective of like how people perceive like civil rights and how like we present it. And so I never really understood the other side of it. Like the not to be mean, like I don't want to like phrase it wrong, but like the disagreeing side, like the side that's like the way we're doing this is wrong. Like I never really fully grasped like why would you think that showcasing Black history is wrong, but then like when we talked, I saw that it's not so case like what we're presenting, it's like how we're presenting it. And what information we share, and I learned a lot more about that, and like it opens my mind a lot.
Me, as far as learning, I feel like it was like more in depth, and okay, because like we talk about it in the classroom, but it's all words. We don't really actually see, but like for instance, like
images.
Yeah, like the images, like. Okay, I saw the image to a picture before, but see, like, I don't know, that picture was, like, in, like, 4D or 4 whatever. Like, it looked so real, and then, like, the people under the boat in the museum, and then seeing, like, I don't remember his name, but, like, someone who actually, what was her name? Miss Turner. Like, her actually being one of the people that Marcus Diddy alive. You know, I feel like that makes it more real, because it's not just someone retelling like someone else's story. It's us being able to see and hear it firsthand that makes it like more real and more imprinted. You want to share that?
I did like getting to see where the sisters protested and stuff. That was good. And then not that it's necessary. Well,
Take it all in, take a deep breath. Give me hold your hand. Yeah, we can continue.
I just didn't understand why the tour lady, why couldn't she like be one of us like giving the tour, because that would have meant like, not that saying like she wasn't allowed to or like it was against anything, but I just would have had like how she, like what she was representing. I just would have rather had it someone that comes and looks like me, and just observing and walking around like people that don't look like us. They're like, oh, this is this, let me just move on to the next room, and not like get like the full story and everything that they like put in each. It's like it's not the full story in all of it, and they're gonna obviously like put what sections they want to put and not put what we necessarily have to say, and they're always going to keep it closed doors because they don't want us to have full power. They don't want us to be fully in charge. And that's...
They want to control the narrative.
It's very hurtful.
Yeah.
And I was telling Miss Pinker when we was in WC Handy's house, she's like, how are you feeling? And I just felt so much grief, so much pain. But I'm so happy I was able to come and see, because my family, we want to make sure we know, and we're not going to forget what has been built for us and what's been rooted for us. because it's so important.
That was beautiful.
One of the things that I appreciated about the lady that was the tour guide, the white lady, is how you guys responded to her. The kindness on your face, because when we went inside, because that's a job, and like she doesn't know what she don't know.
Right.
And so I had to keep telling myself kindness. And so I kept checking my face as I was talking to her. And I noticed you guys, that's a maturity.
Yeah.
That's a maturity. That says you care about another human being.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked that up. And did y'all hear her when we went in? I don't know if y'all were standing near, and she said, your group was so kind. I don't know if she used the word kind, but she noticed how you, what, as y'all say, what energy. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that because admittedly, she may not know what she don't know.
Yeah.
But she's a woman doing a job. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Speaking on that, because I remember the first time I was here, I'm like, we were trying to learn about Black history, and y'all have a white woman trying to teach us.
And we had learned so much this day.
Exactly, and I was a little bit offended because I'm like, the one thing that's like supposed to be about us, y'all got another person trying to teach it to us when it was not even trying to be like it was your people that was like, you know what I'm saying? And even though it's not true, I'm not holding a grudge against you, but I feel like that was a little bit like, it was just like, really? And then I honestly felt some type of way when she like put the stuff on the ground. I'm like, you could have asked somebody to hold it. Like, you ain't have to put it on the ground. And I feel like that, and you know, obviously I don't think she was doing it on purpose, but I feel like if it was maybe a colored person, Black person, African American, they probably would be like, hey, can you hold this instead of putting like a little bit more respect for it? Not saying she didn't, but that's one of the things I noticed. It was kind of like,
because when it's yours, you're more sensitive to it.
exactly like I was, yeah. It's like these are things that we used back then, or things that just like had some type of connection with us. You just gonna put it on the ground and say, hold on, let me sit this down real fast. And then,
But what you said to her, no matter what she knows about your culture, is that you're a group of people who know how to be kind. She went away with a perspective of you, especially as teenagers. And so I wanted to commend you for that.
I want to say something about that. Infantry was 1950 and 60. That was almost the same thing as when the men coming in. That people were doing it to us. Why are you here helping us? We actually talked about that when we were at the jury, how that was feeling having someone like her lead a civil rights movement. But then if you notice all the workers, look at all the positions they were working at the gift shop, working at chicken stands. Why would they have a black man doing that job? But then also thinking the 50s and 60s, they're coming down from everywhere, coming to help us. We probably had that same mindset. Why are you here?
The only Black people I saw were the ones doing the security and then the one lady doing the movie presentation. But she couldn't speak on anything.
But don't miss his point, is that whites came down and fought alongside of them. And I'm sure they were greeted with the FBI agents who were killed, and the white people that were lynched, there were white people that were killed right alongside. And to his point, I'm sure people looked at them with cynicism as well. Not to belittle what you're saying,
yes,
because it is valid. But again, I think you gave her a different story with how you responded. Another thing I wanted to say is when we get back, I would like to weave these stories into our curriculum and where we left off. So we're leaving off at Reconstruction Nadir and we're going into the new Negro. So we'll be going into how we're evolving now. So I see it as you guys, like, as we get to those parts of the lesson, coming and talking to the classes about your particular topics. Are you still good with your topic? And what is your topic? Yes. You can even bring some of what we talked about.
What was the name
Your
of it?
experience.
What was your topic?
The Lorraine Motel.
Oh, the Lorraine. Okay.
Yeah. You can even bring. And are you still good with yours?
I am.
And tell us what yours is.
I am.
What you said? I am. Oh, I thought you said I am still in. Yeah. So, and what is yours? You want to change from WC Handy?
No, I know. I messed up his name earlier. Yeah. I didn't have one.
I know, and you said, I want to pick mine because I wanted you to do the sisters.
I can do the sisters, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like, not trying to be disrespectful shit happened with her, but it's like, out of the whole thing, I feel like there's something else that's like less specific, because that's very, very specific. I want something that I can like expand on and grab this.
Okay.
I just, as we were talking, I was like, I don't want anybody but a male to do the I am part. So I thought about Zion.
I was your only option.
Yeah, right. But when we did that, I was like, oh, I want Zion to think on this, to speak on this, right?
Gotcha.
And so that's why names were just coming up to me with different things. That's all I'm saying. So think about whatever you want to talk about. Okay?
All right, this is our final day. We're actually headed home, but we actually made one last stop before we head home. We are in Little Rock. We are here at Little Rock Central High, where the Little Rock 9 first came. Now, let's not forget our beloved Jerry Jones was over here protesting with the whites. Yes. I don't know what this group down here is doing. But that's amazing. Who are they? This group of people? Oh, okay. Where y'all going?
Is she gonna take photos down there?
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
I'm on my way up there, I promise.
This is a big old, this is a nice high school. It's big.
It's starting to hurt.
This looks like a government building.
It's a white folks school.
Oh. No wonder they didn't want to let us join in. Talking about, oh, not over here, not you Negroes. But we did it. And we came.
Yeah, but they're trying to take it back.
Are you serious?
Well, the Department of Education, I just saw that.
Oh, yes. Yes. They shut down the Dallas office. I was wondering what that means for my job. The Department of Education. I was reading it said they shut down the Dallas office.
Yeah, Dallas. I thought I saw 3 different places right up there with the children.
Look at them. Look at our youth. What? I love it. I love it.
You going up there?
Little Rock Central High School. Huh? I was just reading it. Little Rock Central High School, home of the Tigers.
I don't remember if I even got a picture last when I came.
I wonder if they're gonna keep it a high school forever, or they're gonna eventually turn it into like just a monument.
Oh, it's probably a school.
You think
unless the population changes. You know, where they don't have the students.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens with a lot of, even in Dallas, is, you know, the demographics change. For us at Head Start, we may have a center and location. Well, when we built that center, when we first rented that space, there were families with young children.
There was a need.
But when those kids grow up, then we're like, we can't make enrollment.
Gotcha.
Our funding from the federal government is based on
It's based on enrollment, yes. That's why a lot of these elementary schools shut down.
No, go ahead.
Did y'all go around there?
No.
You let before you go out.
Yeah, we just saying this looks like a government.
Explore a little bit more.
Like a castle. This must have been
had to get a little closer up on Little Rock Central High.
I thought we were going in.
Huh?
I thought we were going in. I guess we
That they let you go in the real high school? Oh.
I mean, I think they have some type of tour.
Wow.
But
Yeah. I'm gonna just go up and come right back down. I'm really thinking about this big grand high school. They just didn't want us in here. That's actually insane. Imagine walking up these steps and millions of protesters, National Guards. All these people are yelling for you to go home. It says ambition, personality, opportunity, preparation. Like, this is the architecture of this school is fucking amazing. I would have wanted to go here just off the strength of that. Who is up here in the window? Is the inside open? Not for visitors?
You probably can go in. That door is open.
Okay.
The middle one.
Okay. This is the view from the front. That's crazy. I'm gonna just step in for a minute. I love to see these black kids coming out of here too, cause who gonna stop me, boo? Big one over there for me. Here with the Black History Tour. We came to see the school.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
this is a working school.
Oh, y'all have kids? I thought it was spring. I didn't know. I asked one of the kids. She told me the door was open. So I thought it was like spring break or something. I'm sorry.
No problem. You have a good day.
You too. Ooh. Of course, a white man pushed me out the door. To be continued. I tried that shit though.
Why would I throw in the towel? I just got on my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine, and there ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. Yeah, that means I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got on my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine, and there ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. That means I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. Slow the stars, what they calling out. I don't know what they talking about. School saying back in Rio went 3-0. He immortal now. Look at him, I see a lot of eye. A little sluggish.